Welcome back one and all to Let's Play Amnesia The Dark Descent. I'm Phoenix Equise, and let's continue on in the storyline. Now I know that my voice might sound a bit rough, but that's because, I'm not fully, hints. I'm going to show you guys how to disable those annoying hints. I think it's... Show hints, show death hints, off. Okay, back to game. Alright, let's go on into the archives. Traveling to Dover meant going through Canterbury. He made sure to pay a visit to avoid a sense of guilt connected with neglect of family. Okay, what does that mean exactly, do you think? Tell me in the comments section below what you think that one meant. Because I have not the slightest. Do you think that he was... that he had family left alive or something? Rare books. Libby Rari. I guess that's where we got the word library. Oh, look. It's a tin statue. What are you doing here, statue? Silent? I'll let the spiders have you then. Right, note. I bet it's a journal.
16th of May, 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
Alright, so it seems that Daniel was an archaeologist. And let's see here. Ooh, note. Wilhelm's contract. I hereby offer my full attention and services to Alexander, Baron of Brandenburg. This contract will reign for a total of 3 years, when my freedom shall return to me. In addition, Alexander, Baron of Brandenburg, is to recommend my services at the Prussian royal court within the sanctum of the Order of the Black Eagle. May no man break the seal. Wilhelm, House of Greenwich. Okay, why would you want to swear your loyalty to that man? In the box. Nothing else. Is there anything in there? Nope. Is there anything in these? Nope. Let's stand by some light. Crystal clear sanity still, that's good. What the bugger? Did you all hear that?
"17th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside. I was trapped.
Alright, if you were trapped, Daniel, how are we playing as you in this game? Old tomes, eh? Tinderbox and an oil potion. Ooh, another tinderbox. So we technically went +1 there, at the cost of 1 thing for the candles. Local history. The door leading to the local history room is locked. Is there another entrance? Yes, there is. At least I think there is. What on earth was that? I have a bad feeling about this. Ooh, dripping blood. I don't remember that being in the game. Of course, it was a while since I played it last. Nothing of interest in there. Floor plans, let's go in here. Get that tinderbox. We'll shut the door just for safety. And let's see what's in here. 2 tinderboxes and an oil. Nice.
Much of the castle is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the wars. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
Daniel, what were you and Alexander doing? Maps, what? Must find a new way out of this area. Okay. Let's light this. Okay. And we will light... Nope, can't light you. Okay. I'll light you then. Tinderbox. Anything else that I need from this area? Sunlight. Now, if I were Daniel in this situation, I would just climb up these rocks and bust through those things and, you know, get out of here. But let's see what this one says. Oh, are we about to pass out?
17th of May, 1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer. My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light. It was waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light. I reached out, closing it in my hands. The faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry. The next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted, the voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety, and grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
Alright. That was an interesting trip. Slight headache. Too bad that there aren't any sanity potions in this game. What will you do for me, Knight's Helmet? No, I won't do anything for you. Too bad, you just did.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Okay. But first, we're going to light these candle-y things here. Oh, there's a note there. Come here, box. You're going to help me get that. Local folklore. Alstadt and Brandenburg Castle, 1801. Another region which is rich in lore is Alstadt, deep within East Prussian woods. For centuries there have been stories surrounding the hamlet and its neighbor Castle Brandenburg. The quiet forest-clad mountains dressed with scattered lakes is as picturesque as can be, albeit the area is haunted by the dark. Ask any local and you will hear proof about the widespread superstitions. All travelers should indulge themselves in such conversations, since it will certainly serve as exciting entertainment. All of them have their own twists on the tales, but there are some moff-tits that keep repeating. The Gatherers. The story reaches all the way back to the time of the 30 Years' War. It is said that soldiers who abandoned their duty got lost in the cold, dark woods and were forever to roam the grounds. Their bodies were wrought by their tainted souls, have left them disfigured and empty of essence. Many have cited them over the years and described them as horrid remnants. They move silently through the woods, shying away from any beholder. They are called the Gatherers, as they seem to follow some ambition to steal living creatures. It is their prey which can be heard struggling inside the damp burlap sacks dragged behind them, which reveal their presence. What dark scheme do they follow? A visit undone. Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa, the well-known erudite, visited Ulstadt at the start of the 16th century. He resided in the local inn for a fortnight as he looked for the remnants of kingdoms past. During his stay, all prominent members of society paid notice, and he is mentioned in many records of the time. One day he went to investigate a burrow in the northwestern glades, only never to be seen again. Heinrich is known to have passed away in Grenoble some 10 years later. He dismissed the notion of ever visiting Allstadt, which makes you wonder what really happened. Who was the mysterious man who visited the sleepy hamlet in the woods, and what happened to him? The Immortal Baron. The Baron of Brennenburg lives a reclusive life with his family at his castle in nearby Allstadt, and like most of noble birth, rumors are inherited alongside the title. Researching the history reveals little before the castle was consumed by fire in the late 16th century. It was rebuilt by Alexander, a nobleman from the Rhinelands, claiming the role as protector of the Prussian state. Alexander helped the region flourish and remained popular throughout his presumed lifetime. The family has always been secretive when it comes to lineage and heritage. Therefore, the birth and death of Alexander and his offspring has never been fully recorded. It has fed the idea that the Baron is in fact one of the same that came from the west over 300 years ago and lived through the time of occupation and joined the coveted Order of the Black Eagle along with the great leaders of the country. Yeah, I'm having a hard time swallowing this, everyone. Ooh, that book looks a little bit different. And so is that one. So, 1, 2... Ah! Is there one more? Yes. 3. Alright. Regarding closing of the wine cellar, Wilhelm and his fools have endangered my research long enough with their absent-minded handling of the human vessels. The sheriff is keeping a watchful eye on my servants, on the forest, and killing my trusty servants. It is just a matter of time before they follow the trail to Brennenburg. I need to lock Wilhelm and his men up to avoid further investigation from the public. The wine cellar will therefore be sealed off until the matter has been handled. Either the king's men will leave or they will starve. Whatever comes first, they can rot for all I care. Maybe I will feed them some wine. It would in sense solve both my problems. Is the wine poisoned, Alexander? Daniel, are you a coward or something? Oil, thank you. Was that a gatherer? I don't know, but I'm about to find out, I think. A gatherer. Come and get me. Or not. Entrance hall. The sand gave way to his tired body as he fell from the camel's back. He felt the wind gently sweep across his face and his dry, crusted lips. What is going on? Are you hallucinating? Okay, Daniel, are you high or something? Ow. Ow. What was that for? Head is pounding and hands are shaking. Okay. Ah, that's a pleasant sound, that loon. Alright. I think I'm almost out of time, everyone. Laboratory and the wine cellar. We will do this wine cellar in the next video. But until then, everyone, I've been Phoenix Equise. You've been watching Let's Play Amnesia the Dark Descent. I'm saying the Phoenix is flying away now. Catch you all in the next video. Later, everyone.